the Gambia's first non-profit online public broadcasting network and home of culture and entertainment. At GTP, we bring you the best of Gambian creativity right to your doorsteps. Sell your products and services to millions of Gambians and friends of the Gambia via our online radio, TV, and newspaper. Advertise your business and watch your clientele grow like never before.
ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب وهب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما إن الله والملائكة يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلم تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما خلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره عظيم إن الله والملائكة يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلم تسليما المالين كندا المالين كيسا المالين كندا المالين كيسا ساساوي بانغوكان الماليا بوجان الماليا سويا أبي داود الما بولالي كلا حرمة مكان من حرمة تعيد حرمة لا إله حرمة لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Almighty God, as we converge in this ground to grace this occasion, O good God, send your angels to come and guide and protect these occasions as it goes along. O God, keep guiding us and protecting us at all times. Glory be unto the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without ending. Amen.
At this moment, we also want to acknowledge the presence of the National Security Advisor, who is present here with us. We also would like to acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Director General of the SIS, who is also in our midst here. Equally, we have the Honorable Minister of Interior, ably represented here by his advisor. He too is here present with us. Today we are witnessing yet another historic event. As I said before, this is part of efforts to get the Gambia Police Force and security agencies very prepared for the upcoming OIC Gambia Summit, which is slated to be in 2022. A lot of serious efforts have been made to ensure that the Gambia Police Force and security agencies are well prepared for the task that lies ahead. Training of police officers have been done here before. We've met here and we've graduated certain police officers and other security agencies after having successfully completed a very rigorous training here on public order management, thanks to the efforts of the OIC Gambia in equipping and preparing security agencies. Today, it does not only stop at training, but also equipping them is also another thing that is part of the efforts that the OIC Gambia, in collaboration with partners, the Ministry of Interior, the Gambia Police Force and security agencies are definitely doing. And we also would want to acknowledge the contribution of the Turkish National Police Force through the Ambassador of Turkey, who have also been very supportive to this initiative. And today we are witnessing the presentation of equipment, protection gears, about 115 pieces, gas filters, these are about 100 pieces, and 100 helmets, 180 seals, 100 respirators, and 100 buttons. These are the equipments that we are presenting here today, but as we proceed, we will get to understand all what it takes to move on with this ceremony. But before that, I call on the Inspector General of Police, Al-Haji Mahmoud Job, who is the able Inspector General of Police of the Gambia Police Force, to deliver his welcoming remark. Sir, you are welcome.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Gambia, who is ably represented today, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey in the Gambia, His Excellency Tolga Demek, the Honorable Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, ably represented by the Permanent Secretary Abdullah Jara, the Honorable Minister of the Interior, who is also ably represented by his advisor in the name of Jubil Ngor Seka, the Chief Executive Officer of the Gambia OIC, Mr. Yakuba Diba, service chiefs who are here and ably represented, the National Security Advisor, senior officers here present, our host this morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. I am honored to welcome you all to this formidable premises of the Police Intervention Unit headquarters in Kanifing. The reason for this auspicious occasion is the official handing over of a very useful operational equipment donated by our long-standing partners, the Turkish National Police. This equipment to be handed over to the Gambia Police Force today includes assorted riot control equipment such as transparent protective shields, protective garments, gas masks, gas filters, head guards, batons, and plastic handcuffs. These donated items will greatly enhance the operational capacity of the Gambia Police Force in the area of public order management. These equipment are consistent with the standard unit requirement for all modern and professional police forces around the world. The partnership between the Gambia Police Force and the Turkish National Police date back to the First Republic. As many of our officers benefited from training courses at the Turkish National Academy, ranging from close protection, radio communication, crime scene management and investigation, transnational organized crime, to name but a few. Here in the Gambia, the Turkish National Police instructors have conducted numerous training courses for our officers in the area of traffic management, police tactics, and close protection courses. We are profoundly grateful to the Inspector General of Police of Turkey National Police and the government of Turkey for these important donations and other forms of support all these years. It is our hope that this partnership will continue to grow from strength to strength for the mutual benefits of our two countries. I wish to take this opportunity once more again, most sincerely, the Chief Executive Officer of the OIC Secretariat, Mr. Yakuba Diba, and the Turkish Ambassador, His Excellency Tolga Demek, for these important roles in facilitating this donation and other training opportunities for the Gambia Police Force. Once again, I take this opportunity to thank each and everyone here present for gracing this occasion. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Honorable Minister of Interior, ably represented by the advisor, Mr. Seka, Honorable Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, represented by Permanent Secretary at the Office of the President, Mr. Abdullah Jara, Excellency Mr. Tolga Bemak, Turkish Ambassador to the Gambia. Allow me at this juncture to also recognize Colonel Talha and Mr. Mohamed Egun, representative for TICA in the Gambia. Our host, Inspector General of Police, Al-Haji Mahmoud Job, National Security Advisor, service chiefs here present, members of the OIC Board of Directors, members of the OIC organizing committees, staff of the OIC, led by the Deputy CEO, officers and men of the security services here present. It gives me a great pleasure and honor on behalf of the OIC Board Chairman, who is no other than His Excellency Mr. Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, to acknowledge this great donation of security equipment from the friendly nation of Turkey to the Republic of the Gambia. Mr. Chairman, as rightly indicated by the Inspector General of Police, the relationship between Turkey and Gambia predates the establishment of my office. However, since our establishment in April 2018, the OIC Secretariat has benefited immensely from the goodwill of the Republic of Turkey. Among many other things, the Turkish government, through the Turkish National Police, supported the Gambia Police Force through, one, capacity building. This support for the OIC came mostly as in the form of training for our armed and security services. In the past 2 years, I'm proud to say more than 1,200 security officers were trained both in Turkey and in the Gambia in VIP protection, public order management, counter-terrorism, fingerprinting technique, and so on and so forth. Another significant milestone in the assistance given by Turkey is in the area of equipment donation. As you can witness today, we are here to receive yet another huge support from the Turkish National Police, as highlighted in the previous statement by the IGP. Ladies and gentlemen, the support from Turkey to the Gambia is not only confined to those two aspects that I've mentioned. We are exploring means and ways to harness other potential areas of support that Turkey can give to the Gambia. I will highlight a few of them. One, Mr. Ambassador, we would like you to take note that we will be approaching you, especially in the area of getting a security command center of our Sadauda Kairaba Jawara International Conference Center. We would also require additional support in further training programs for the police and other security services. In the recent weeks, I'm happy to note that the Secretariat has broken new ground in Turkish-Gambian relations. We had the good fortune to engage TICA. TICA is the Agency for International Development for Turkey. We've engaged them to support us in our corporate social responsibility. I'm happy that I've had fruitful discussions with Mr. Mehmet Egun, who is the representative of TICA in the Gambia, and we hope to see some development in those areas in the coming weeks and months. Finally, Mr. Chairman, let me once again, on behalf of the Board of Directors of OIC, to thank the Turkish government for the continuous support to the Gambia's drive to implement a successful summit in 2022. I thank you all.
To the CEO of the OIC Gambia, it is said that a South spare needs no polish, and so therefore we will say a big thank you to the CEO of the OIC Gambia. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Permanent Secretary who is representing the Secretary General in our midst here. We also will continue to invite the Honorable Ambassador of Turkey to the Gambia, Efendim Buyurun.
Gambia have brotherly ties and enjoy excellent relations at almost every level. As the result of this firm friendship, both countries support each other, even in international platforms. OIC is one of these platforms, which is the second largest organization after the UN, representing 1.8 billion Muslims and 57 member countries. We have always considered the OIC as the indispensable common institutional framework of our unity and solidarity in the Islamic world. As Turkey, we want the OIC to be an effective and efficient organization in defending the interests of all Ummah. During the OIC Summit Chairmanship of Turkey between 2016 and 2019, Turkey has undertaken a proactive role in increasing the efficiency and effectiveness of the organization. And we worked for the reform of the organization during our summit chairmanship. We have organized many summits, extraordinary summits, Ministerial Executive Council meetings, and other seminars, and also annual COMSEC meetings are no exception. Now we are ready to share our experience and knowledge with the Gambia as a brotherly country who will undertake the chairmanship of the OIC after 2 years. In this regard, we have organized several training programs for the Gambia. We have shared our experience with the Gambian diplomats on protocolar issues last year. We have also conducted training courses for GRTS officials on television producing techniques also last year. As you all know, large-scale meetings such as summits require strong security arrangements. In this regard, the Gambian police forces will play a very crucial role in the success of the summit, which Gambia will host after 2 years. By taking this into account, we organized 10 training programs for the Gambia police force during the first half of 2019. 4 of them were held in the Gambia and 6 of them was organized in Turkey. 350 policemen got their certificates after these training programs. Now we have received security equipment from Turkey for the use of the Gambian police force. Among these equipment there are riot shields, gas masks, protective garments, police headguards, plastic handcuffs, gas filters and others. And we received this equipment a few months ago, but we have only found the opportunity to deliver them officially to the Gambian police force due to the COVID pandemic. And on this occasion, I would like to express my sincere thanks for your kind attention, and I wish you all the best for our future cooperation. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
I'd like to call on the Honorable Minister of Interior, who is ably represented here by his advisor, Mr. Jibril Ngor Sek.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My task today would have been as easy as standing here and say thank you, the friendly Republic of Turkey, and I think that would have been befitting and acceptable. But since we are governed by some protocols, I think I will endeavor to say something, at least for the records. I'm trying to deliver a statement on behalf of the Honorable Minister of Interior, who is unavoidably absent due to some pressing issues. I'm sure those who are familiar with the OIC knows that the Honorable Minister, as advisor, took the OIC program as his baby, and he was the chairman of the Security Organizing Committee. On this note, I want to acknowledge the presence of the representative of the Vice President, whom I cannot identify. Nonetheless, I'm quoting from the IGP. His Excellency the Turkish Ambassador, Tolga Bemak, representative of the Secretary General, COIC Mr. Diba and team, National Security Advisor, IGP and service chiefs, our host, the PIU commander, and the media. Today, we are gathered here to receive yet another donation from the friendly Republic of Turkey. It would have definitely been a closed-door donation, since it is said that any donation, fi sabilillah, in the name of Allah, should not be exposed. But again, Allah has also enjoined us to expose whatever blessing He has given to us. So it is on this note that we are gathered here to receive yet another donation from the friendly Republic of Turkey. If we are to stand here and count the number of donations that the Turkish ambassador or the Turkish Republic has given to the Gambia, we would have stayed the whole day counting them. So I take this opportunity on behalf of the Minister and on behalf of the government and people of the Gambia and on behalf of the President of the Republic of the Gambia to thank the Turkish ambassador for their timely and continuous support to not only the police but the entire nation. I thank you all for your attention.
Call on the representative of the Secretary General, who is ably represented here by the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Jara. Sir, you are welcome to deliver remarks on behalf of the guest.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Honorable Minister of the Interior, ably represented here, His Excellency the Turkish Ambassador to the Gambia, the Inspector General of Police, Alhaji Mahmoud Diop, the Chief Executive Officer, OIC Gambia Secretariat, the National Security Advisor, service chiefs ably represented here, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, again, good morning. I, on behalf of the Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Honorable Noah Toure, have the greatest pleasure and privilege to make this remark. First and foremost, we are delighted to receive these security equipment and gadgets from the Turkish National Police in preparation for the most important part of the 2022 OIC Summit of Head of State in the Gambia, i.e. public security and private protections, or what we call close protection in security terms, of our expected foreign guests and the public at large. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a common knowledge that the issue of safety and security must be key in any public gathering, such as the 2022 OIC Summit, if it is not only going to be successful, but possible. The proper training of security personnel to use these equipment and gadgets is another essential element to be taken into consideration. Mr. Chairman, this does not in any measure connote the lack of training of our security services, but it means that we need to continue such training, especially in areas such as crowd control, counterterrorism, and so on and so forth. The best approach to stop insecurity is to prevent it from happening. I am sure that these equipment and gadgets include those which will facilitate not only the work of the PIU, but the police at large and other armed and security services. Yes, many at times we seem to concentrate on national security as a priority, but security has now become transnational and global. Therefore, we must continue to liaise with our neighboring countries and our partners worldwide to fight insecurity everywhere, because insecurity everywhere is insecurity anywhere. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I will stress our sincere appreciation to the Turkish National Police through the Turkish Embassy in the Gambia here for this genuine and mutual cooperation. Therefore, on behalf of the Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Mr. Toure, I again thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you.
We will proceed with the official handing over of the equipment to the Inspector General of Police of the Gambia Police.
I know their names of them, but I just mentioned their titles, so I cannot tell their names right now. There are some Dubai guys who is the CEO of OIC, and so, but okay, let me bring it in. Yeah.
These officers that you are seeing are fully dressed in the equipments that are presented to us here today. And you are seeing model police officers, thanks to the Turkish National Police for these equipments that are donated to the Gambia Police Force. It looks like our officers are dressed just like what you are seeing. Situations. Like I said before, these boxes contain about 115 protection gears. We have about 100 gas filters. And we have helmets, about 100, and baton seals, 180 of them. We've also respirators, smoke respirators, about 100 pieces, and riot buttons, about 100 pieces, all presented here today by the Turkish National Police through the OIC Gambia Secretariat. We want to once again thank the Turkish National Police for this wonderful gesture, and also acknowledge the efforts of the OIC Gambia Secretariat in facilitating the provision of this much needed equipment to the Gambia Police Force. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This brings us to the end of today's ceremony.
Promotion. The Gambia's first non-profit online public broadcasting network and home of culture and entertainment. At GTP, we bring you the best of Gambian creativity right to your doorsteps. Sell your products and services to millions of Gambians and friends of the Gambia via our online radio, TV, and newspaper. Advertise your business and watch your clientele grow like never before. Our content from the Gambia gets the diaspora hooked up to our screen, whilst those in Gambia love what we bring for them from afar. This gives us a unique edge and separates us from the rest.